And today we want to have a look at number one cause of heart disease, heart attack, stroke, dementia or Alzheimer's disease, erectile dysfunction, female infertility. Number one cause. See, number one cause behind all these is called the metabolic syndrome. But what is behind the metabolic syndrome? Somebody will say, what is metabolic syndrome? There are 5 factors that are put together to be considered metabolic syndrome. That is high blood pressure, high glucose level in your blood, high triglyceride, that is blood fat, low levels of the healthy cholesterol HDL, and then wider waistline. Okay, that's 5. They're considered metabolic syndrome. They bring about all the diseases that I've mentioned. So when you go to hospital and you have any 3 of these 5, then they officially diagnose you that you have the metabolic syndrome. So metabolism is simply your body's ability to convert food that you eat into energy and get rid of waste. But this metabolic syndrome means that this process is not effective, and that leads to heart problems, enlarged heart failure, heart disease, right? Stroke, can lead to dementia, can lead to polycystic ovary syndrome as well, and erectile dysfunction in men. So number one cause here is insulin resistance. Your body is made up of over 100 trillion cells. Every cell has a insulin receptor. It means a door on this cell, every cell in the body. So when insulin knocks on the door of every cell, the cell should open to uptake or make use of glucose. But some of these cells are not sensitive to this opening mechanism. They are not sensitive to insulin. So some cells in your body may not open up. And so there'll be more glucose in your blood. And so you may have what is called hyperglycemia, high blood sugar, which can be a base for inflammation, a base for type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetes, and a base of atherosclerosis, plaques in the arteries, which can lead to stroke or heart attack or enlarged heart. All right? So number one cause is this insulin resistance. But somebody may ask, why do individuals have insulin resistance? If you have too much weight or you are obese, that can clearly lead to insulin resistance, too much weight. Especially the waistline is wider. In men, over 40 inches, in women, over 35. So obesity is number one thing. You may be slim, but you may have visceral fat, fat within the your abdomen, around the organs. That is also a cause of insulin resistance. Lack of sleep at night, okay, or interrupted sleep at night can lead to insulin resistance. Certain medications like blood pressure medication or corticosteroid or steroids can cause insulin resistance. Lack of physical exercise. Walking is great to prevent this insulin resistance. We should be on the move. Constant stress can produce cortisol, that is stress hormone, or epinephrine, that can bring about high glucose level in your blood, and that can bring up on board high insulin, that can lead to insulin resistance. Another cause is what you eat. What you eat is so important. It's a factor. But how you eat it and when you eat it, how much you eat, can all be very important. It's important that after eating, when you even eat healthy food and you just go to bed immediately after 1 hour or 2, it can lead to insulin resistance. When you eat at night, you should wait at least 3 hours before going to bed to prevent insulin resistance. So these are the key things that we should actually remember. But there's another thing. Fatty liver disease can also lead to insulin resistance. In women, with the polycystic ovary syndrome can lead to further insulin resistance, which in turn can also produce more polycystic or worsen the polycystic ovary syndrome. And if somebody has a heart disease, it can also, of course, lead to insulin resistance, like a cycle, right? So beloveds, if you have any of these diseases or any chronic disease, or you have a metabolic syndrome, one phone call away in your life will never be the same. If you're calling outside the UK, it's +44 738 464 7300. If you're calling within the UK, it's 0738 464 7300. Even if it's not you, just share the number, be a blessing to somebody, and God in heaven will bless you. If you want to learn more about short videos, you can go to my YouTube channel, put in Dr. James Natural Link, Dr. James Natural Link. You put in, go to the YouTube channel, there are short programs there, listen to it. If you like it, subscribe and share the presentation there. Be a blessing to somebody, and God will bless you.